Thank you. Is it?
I know.
I used to.
No Dan on there?
Yep.
All right, it is 6:30. We'll call the special select board meeting to order. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? Hearing none, I'll seek to approve the meeting minutes of the August 3rd meeting as presented.
Second.
Motion by Glenn, second by Sebastian to approve the meeting minutes of the August 3rd select board meeting as presented. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-2 not here, Dan and Jake. Are there any public comments regarding any item not listed on the agenda this evening? Hearing no public comments, we'll dispense with line item 4. And that moves us to line item 5, the letter to the Arlington School Board. The purpose of the meeting is to review and sign the proposed letter that we will send to the school board, resulting from last week's select board meeting. Just a quick summary of that letter. The select board is not taking a position on which merger group Arlington should join. The decision solely belongs to the school board. The school board is encouraged to listen to all constituents and consider the desires and perspectives of the broader Arlington community before deciding. And the select board did note that over the past several months, some Arlington residents have identified potential benefits to Group 3. Those benefits included stronger regional and community connections, potentially broader education, extracurricular, athletic, and social opportunities, geographic and transportation considerations, potential benefits to Arlington's long-term economic and community sustainability. The letter acknowledges that emotion will be a natural part of any discussion. And at the same time, it encourages big picture thinking and evaluating what provides Arlington students with the best opportunities over the long term. The decision should consider educational, social, extracurricular, geographic, financial, and socioeconomic factors. And the overall message is listen broadly, evaluate objectively, respect the community's history and emotions, but ultimately focus on what gives Arlington students and the community the strongest future. Is there any further discussion that the board would like to have regarding the proposed letter to the school board?
I have no further discussion that I think the letter is good as written.
Second.
All right.
I think it's beneficial that, just put on record, I think it's beneficial that we don't take that a stance per se.
Absolutely.
It's just urging to think in the like mind. Really.
The decision lies solely with the school board, and they are an elected body by the constituents of Arlington.
Yep.
As much as any public's watching this or will watch the replay, strongly urge those that are passionate in one or the other direction, if you will, to make your voices heard and seen by the school board. Right. That's what they are there for.
Yeah.
And, an analogy that I used earlier today really was that, the school board doesn't come to the select board and tell us how to do our jobs. So we're not in a position to go tell the school board how to do their job either. As a board. As an individual constituent and taxpayer in Arlington, you are more than welcome to go to the school board and make your views known, because they are public meetings and they are open to the public and our constituents. So,
I'd like to go on record or whatever the statement of say that I respectfully disagree. I think that, and I don't see any reason to change the content of the letter. I think that the letter is well written, and I acknowledge the stance and respect it of not taking a specific side one way or the other. But I do disagree in that I think that it is well within the rights of this board to, in the interest of thinking about, there is a big decision facing a member, a party of the town, to if we feel confident in the information that we have, to suggest that we feel it is in the interest of the town to take one decision or the other. I respectfully acknowledge that, this all happened very quickly. And I think that it is a reasonable stance to say we don't have enough information, but it's also a fact that oftentimes a lot of the role of leadership is being willing to make a decision or make a recommendation on things that are risky, but impactful, because even choosing to wait and see has a cost associated with it. And I think that that's part of what this letter is doing, is urging the school board to acknowledge that even just choosing to take the path that has been predefined is choosing to accept the costs that go with that. And that they would be remiss to not also consider the costs of going the other way and the benefits. So much like we are urging the school board to own the decision, I think that it's well within the rights of this board, should future such decisions come up, to take the time, do our due diligence, and make a recommendation.
And I think that's a good point, that if we were going to take a firm stance in any one direction, this came on very quickly and there wasn't sufficient information, I would say, from all of the constituents and input from all of the constituents, which is paramount to hear from.
Absolutely.
Before making a decision one way or another. So this is a very neutral stance. I think that given the facts that were presented to us, in my opinion, this is the best stance to take at this point.
I agree with that. I would agree with that too. And anybody who does watch this on replay, I think I'm on record before a few meetings ago to say that, knowing what I know about the school board, there isn't a person on that board that takes this lightheartedly, so to speak. And I would, in my opinion, would say that they all would want to see Arlington stay the same. But, I think that's,
Well, I think that's one of the things that we acknowledge in the letter is no one is saying they don't, like, what we have now
right,
is good,
right,
and we want to keep that.
right,
A lot of this is, there is still some uncertainty,
right.
even with the law as written. And so I think what we're really asking the school board to do is to consider how we might hedge against the worst possible outcomes.
Sure.
As mandated by the state, should things change in that direction.
I'll open it up to public comments on this topic. If there are any public comments from anybody, either on the call or in the room. Hearing none, I would seek someone to make a motion to approve the letter as presented.
I'll make a motion that we approve the letter as presented and sign it for presentation to the school board.
I'll second that.
Motion by Sebastian and seconded by Glenn to approve the letter to the Arlington School Board as presented. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Three yeses have it, 2 are absent. That concludes everything on the agenda this evening, with the exception of a very fast executive session for the matter of a personnel issue. So I think we can do that and then we'll adjourn.
I make a motion that premature discussion of a personnel issue would cause the municipality to suffer substantial disadvantage.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Glenn and seconded by Sebastian to establish the reason of the executive session to be personnel. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
I will make a motion to actually enter into said executive session for personnel matter and to invite Town Administrator Katie Dixon to remain in the room.
I'll second that.
Motion by Glenn, second by Sebastian to enter into executive session for said personnel matter. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're in executive session. Right, it's 6:55. We're out of executive session. Is there any more business to be brought before the board?
No.
Hearing none, I'll seek a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Sebastian, second by Glenn. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
All right,
everybody.
thanks.
This is all.